guilty of crime.
Woohoo! I'm back. Hello, everybody. I'm Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back. It's almost Friday, so happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome. You guys do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and get a membership if you can. What's going on? Hello, Melissa, my friend, one of my day one people, and you've been through a lot in this last year, and you're still here. Thank you. And those little pictures down there is probably what keeps you going. Those little guys there. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday Eve, Janet at the beach. Good to see you, my girl. Marcy, thank you for being here. Mods, we've got Carly, Synth, and Foxy Amazon. They'll be arriving shortly. So if you guys saw my video earlier, well, if you saw it, then you know. If you didn't, then you don't know. And of course, we want to talk about Sebastian Rogers, still missing 1 year. Mom pleads for her son in the strangest way possible. I can't let this go. Now, as much as I didn't want to or don't like addressing the situation because of all the stuff, I have to. And I've been doing my research. Criddles, hey Jay and chat, excited for Saturday stream. So am I. Saturdays are so much fun. And I always try to do a true crime topic that engages everybody and make sure you guys watch it and interact, because I love interacting. Yeah, if you know, you know. We have Synth, Carly, and Foxy Amazon. So 2 of our mods went a separate way, which is all right with me. Carly is the channel manager. She's not going anywhere. Synth is back, and Foxy Amazon makes us laugh. So that's all we need. I talked to a couple of researchers today, and that's awesome. They're going to help. What's her name's back? Carrie's back, and she does my crazy case research. So welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. You can go back and watch the stream. The mods that left, we just couldn't come to a middle ground. So on my channel, we can agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, it's my show and I'm the host. So the rules got laid down. You don't like the rules, I love you, but you gotta go. All right, so what's up, everybody? How you doing? Yeah, Shauna's in the house. Rosie, I'm gonna give some memberships today. Lady for Justice, thank you for renewing your membership. I appreciate you. And you guys, we're getting to this before. Yes, Sweetie is also, I haven't seen her yet in chat, but Sweetie is also a mod, and she has her wrench at all times. So thank you, Sweetie. Welcome, Shadow. I haven't seen Sweetie yet, but yeah, I almost forgot because she's not in our thread. But yes, Sweetie, we love her. I'm going to send her a t-shirt because MM Clark so graciously won a t-shirt yesterday and decided to give it to Sweetie. So that's the kind of community we are here. But you guys, you gotta admit, I don't care which content creators you're watching, you gotta admit that Katie Proudfoot, there's 2 interviews, a 6-minute interview and then a 23-minute interview. Absolutely mind-blowing. I could not wait for Deception Detective to come on. I couldn't wait. Now, Wyatt's here. Everybody's still here. JoJo decided to do her own thing. I love JoJo. She's my girl. Still, and Bree decided to go her own way. So, peace out. Enjoy yourself, do your thing, and we wish everybody the best of luck, right? It's never bad around here. We never want any ill will for anyone. So just, hey, enjoy your life without guilty of crime. There you go. All right. So you guys, all right, listen up, guys. I found this guy named, he calls himself Mike Daman. I don't know if it's Mike Damon or Mike Daman, but I've been listening to his stuff and I just want to show you guys, I want to talk to you guys about a few things before I even play any interviews about anything, okay? I want you to see these notes and take a look at what we're talking about here, what's going on with the Proudfoots or the Dumbfoots interview. Again, all this is alleged. And in my opinion, not only did I get all of these notes, you guys, yeah, Mike Daman, he's cool. He does some really good, thorough work. He's made like 10 or 11 videos based on that one 23-minute video, and he's rocking. What's up, Michelle? How you doing? Yes, salute. Even when it's a day, I still come and I'm like, hey, let's rock and roll, guys. So listen up. We're going to talk about it before we get into it. Of course, I'll make some suggestions, but Deception Detective is going to probably do that. He hasn't, but I pulled out this huge stack along with all these notes, knowing what Jen Soto talks about, knowing what all these other mothers that we know now, Casey Anthony, and there's so many others that we know took their child's life. They've been convicted. And guess what? Same signs. You guys, we're our own detectives here. Deception Detective will probably join us in this at some point, and then I'll come along and say, all right, listen. But for right now, guys, there's a bunch of notes and a huge stack, and then I'm going to play stuff. We're going to talk about Sebastian. I've never heard his voice. I got to say, maybe I'm missing a few screws, guys, and I know I am, but listen up. I thought Sebastian was like, green tea, and that's all he could say. I thought that was a struggle for him to say green tea. The way that they laid out the way Sebastian talks really blew my mind when I heard Sebastian's voice, because I didn't know. I had no idea. What's up, Gigi? How you doing? Mama May, wow, how you doing? Good to see you guys. So, I just thought Sebastian was not, there's a scale. I thought he wasn't able to communicate or talk the way Katie laid it out. And Chris, I kind of thought that like maybe he grunted at them, maybe got aggressive because he couldn't communicate, but that's not the case at all, folks. And we're going to look at that today. That's a huge red flag for me. Along with, I'm not going to read all these damn cards, but I am going to tell you how many I got just from that interview. I got leakage from that interview, which is leaking out something that happened in the case. All right. Yeah, I thought he was nonverbal, but he absolutely is not nonverbal, guys. So leakage, you guys remember when Katie accidentally used Sebastian in the past tense when she said his birthday was he was gonna be 16, and then she stopped and she shut down, guys. She shut down and had to remember what she was gonna say. Reticence is just liars fabricating stories over and over, and they make small mistakes and they look up because they're trying to figure out what the heck they need to say. Minimizing adverbs. Remember this as we look here. Just, only, simply, merely. Look at these boards as I show you. And then assessing stories is another type of scripting. She uses we a lot, which conveys a sense of plurality. meaning her and Chris. This is another one, we, that Jen Soto uses with Sebastian. I'm sorry, with Madeline Soto, Kays, and Stefan Stern. All right. We're not dumb, guys. Unusual details. When liars plan false stories ahead, the process is scripting. So, this is another version of scripting. Their strategy is to keep the story the same, but it changes a little bit because they're lying. Okay, now we're not even talking about the way she looks. Yes, 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 she caught herself. And there's a lot of times she caught herself. Reminiscence effect, same thing as scripting. I I would like to say I this, I that. It's not about you, Katie or Chris. It's about Sebastian. When someone uses the word not, it simply negates without declaring anything specific. Liars often use that. You're going to see that. Another thing, I want to say. I want to say, yeah, that's part of a story. Again, discrepancy verbs, would, should, could. Past tense, we caught her using the past tense. Spotting subtle lies, we're going to catch that. And then changing tenses, you guys. This little bit right here. So let me take a look at this. Let's look at Mike Demand stuff real quick. I really like what he did here. So let me just start here and then we'll get into it. He starts out here. My front door said, "There's a motion at your front door," had messed up my picture. But they start off with we. First thing Mike calls out is we. What the heck? Now, she's talking about Sebastian. She starts talking about going off on him deserving to have a life. And then if you look all throughout this, you guys, it's really weird how she talks. She uses honestly a lot. There's honestly. She uses honest, wait, that you go to, just, yet. She uses a lot of these words that are discrepancy verbs and things we just talked about. Okay, so it's really weird how she says, if I was able to speak to him, I'd bulldoze him down with hugs. And then, there's a part in there, guys, where there it is. We're going to find a way to recover from this. Why is she talking about recovering from this when she should be saying, I'm pleading to the public for my son. I know somebody took him. Please bring him back or let it. It just isn't jiving, guys. It's not jiving. Yes, Tiff, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share. We're going to see so many other things today. I just wanted you to see this, all her fault, seeing photos of her taking pics of him and how she didn't care to look. Another thing, we're going to keep searching for him until the end of time. Listen up, folks. She never started searching for him from the beginning of time. She went out with Chris and did her thing. Yes, what is she going to recover from, you guys? What does she know that we don't know? Lots of fake emotions. I'm glad you guys caught on to this because some people are saying, oh my God, how could you doubt a grieving mother? Did you see her? All right, so we deserves. And then there's this one point in the interview, guys, that I gotta tell you, it was really weird. She starts trying to advocate for other children. And she says that other children deserve better, if not more, than Sebastian. She literally says that. And then she catches herself and she looks at the camera person a little bit just to make sure that they don't think she's lying right after she lies. So pay attention for that. I'm going to show you guys everything. Yes, Mike analyzes everything and breaks it down, and I'm bringing that part into the show, you guys. That was absolutely ridiculous. If I was saying to you guys, we need to bring Reese home, and you guys need to help me advocate for it. These children, and then I start talking about other children deserve it even more than my daughter. Why in the F would you ever say that? She caught herself saying that. Yeah, acting innocent, grieving mother. She cries in the first interview, but not the second one. You guys are going to catch this now that I'm telling you. It's absolutely ridiculous. And if Deception Detective were here, he would say the same thing. We, honestly, honest. And then she goes into smelling him. There's something in here of discrepancy verbs that also goes into that when you're using words like that, describing things that don't make sense. What did he smell like last? What did you smell when you took his life and you got rid of him? What does that mean? Why say that? So there we go. Honestly, I would smell him and hold him. I want to find my son so bad. I can't wait to see him. It's horrific. And to be honest with you, I don't know how to describe what it feels like to watch the news. And I'm going to go hang flyers in every store and every business, but she's never done that anyway. And then she looks at Chris. She uses words like just and I would say. I don't know how to word it. I would say. And then she says Sebastian needs to be found and Sebastian needs to come home. Hang in there. I would like to say that if my son could hear it, what's it? Not to supersede other children because they all deserve just as much, if not more, attention than Sebastian. That one got me right there, guys. Honestly, flyers, to be honest, I can't describe. I just, and then looks at Chris and I want to. All of those things right there lead to scripting, and I'd probably bulldoze him. He should be experiencing life. Well, what is he experiencing, Katie? And how do you know that? And that was a big one for me. December 7th, he would have, which means he's passed away. He would have turned 16. And then she says, he'll be 16. This is coming from her scripted story, folks. What do you want to say to him? The lady says. And then she goes again, I would say, or I'd like to say, or I'm gonna say, all part of a script. That I love you and very much, and I hope that you're okay. And I would say again that we all love you. And she looks at Chris. And then Chris talks about having zero evidence. Largest manhunt in history, folks. Guess what? Let me tell you something. You're not going to sit there and talk about that unless it really shook you. And I'm telling you right now, they didn't plan on this blowing up to worldwide, international, national news. They thought this kid that was autistic was going to go missing and people would forget about it. They had no idea what was going to happen. When he says the largest manhunt for a child and zero evidence of what? Did they ever say it was a crime? What evidence would they have? Enjoy life. Does that include abuse? That's another thing. They don't talk about any of that. They try to portray Chris as showing Sebastian how to ride a bike. Okay, guys? So they're way off. Thank you. What's up, Realtor Lulu? Hello. And Foxy, can't wait for that. 420. Past tense is huge, but you guys, even besides the past tense, there's so many things that she used that is just going to blow deception detective socks right off. Good to see you, Thomas. Hello, we have something to mail to you. I'm not sure if you emailed me your address, but if you did, let me know. Yeah, Chris is a bully. And if you noticed, Chris talked like this the whole time, you guys. Chris didn't go above, like me right now. I'm talking like this and all hyper. He talked like this whole tone the whole time. It's like his PR person coached him. All right. And I will have a puff in a minute. What's up? All right, guys, we're going to play. I'm going to take a puff when I play this. But I mean, look at this, guys. This is this just kills me here. My son is out there. I struggle. Look at she's saying what she's talking about. She uses just and absolutely the zero evidence thing is got me good. That got me good. It's like, oh shit, he knows there's no evidence out there. And if they don't find the body, guess what? They're not going to find him. All right. So first I'm going to start with this one because I really want you to hear Sebastian's voice. I didn't know that he could talk other than I thought that he growled and grunted and made noises and was aggressive. I didn't know he was able to communicate like that. I'm sorry, but I just didn't know from what the information that they gave out. Thank you so much, Foxy Amazon, for the One Guilty of Crime membership and Realtor Lulu. Thank you so much. I'm going to gift 5 memberships here in a little bit. All right. So let's listen to Sebastian's cute little voice, guys, because he's adorable. And if you guys want to call in after this and talk about it, we most certainly can.
From the beginning. and it breaks my heart that this precious boy has not been found yet. There are no confirmed sightings since he vanished, and no solid leads. I don't even know if there are active searches being conducted for him. An investigative approach is apparently being taken now. Is this a criminal investigation? That has been a major question in this case. A child vanishes into thin air, accounts of him not being wanted in the Proudfoot home, and yet police continue to say that it is not a criminal investigation because there is no evidence of foul play, and the parents are fully cooperating. Anyway, my heart broke a little more the other night when Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers.
All right, don't worry. We're not going to listen to the AI voice the whole time, but I want to hear his voice. I didn't even know he was able to communicate, so let's listen up.
Rogers did an interview and shared some clips of Sebastian's voice.
Thank
Tears
God.
rolled down my face, much as they did Seth's. He seemed genuinely heartbroken over Sebastian's disappearance and desperately wants to find him. Tony Mathis and Jennifer Coffendoffer looked tearful too. It was just so hard to listen to, knowing that this sweet boy is somewhere out there, and many of us believe someone knows something about what really happened to him. Soon after playing the clips of Sebastian's voice, Seth Rogers decided he couldn't continue the interview. It was painfully hard. Tears streamed.
Now, I've never suspected Seth. I suspect Seth has bad moments, which we all do, and he's been up and down, and he's done some things maybe he's not proud of, but I've never suspected him having to do anything with the son, especially since he was supposed to get him back or get him right after that week that he disappeared. Chris isn't Chris like a construction? He works on construction and maybe does forklifts or bobcats. They went and looked at that possibility as well. All right, here you go. Yeah, his little voice is heartbreaking.
Down his face as he said goodbye. Let's listen to those clips.
Hi, Daddy. Sorry to too long.
Aww.
I love you. Bye.
I didn't even know he sounded like that, guys. Crane operator. Okay, thank you. It's kind of hard to hear it. Come on, little Sebastian. Speak up, buddy.
It just started. Hi, Dad. I know this is going to sound weird, but tomorrow's picture day. So could you send some decent clothes over to me so that I can wear the decent clothes and be handsome for my birthday? So you don't have decent clothes? Mom, do you let me wear whatever I want to wear for picture day? For picture day. Mom, okay. I need to get decent clothes. I know. Will you please send decent?
Yeah, I'm sure it was younger. I didn't know he communicated like that, though, guys. I thought he just was like green tea, and I thought he could just put two words together. I had no idea. Yeah, he's younger, I'm sure.
Thank you, Seth.
I'm sorry.
So his voice hadn't changed yet, or had it changed by the time he was 15?
Thank you.
It did. His voice started to change about 14 and a half years old.
Damn.
Precious.
Yeah, cough. Cough was on there.
I can't do this anymore.
Bye, Seth. Thank you. Thanks for sharing your heart.
Thank you, Tim.
Thanks for sharing his voice. I'm sorry, Seth.
I just gotta find you. I gotta find you. I just gotta find. I just gotta find myself. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, so yeah, that was cough. Cough is all over the Sebastian case, which I really appreciate that. Because man, she gets she takes the heat. Those channels that are running Sebastian stuff 24/7 are nonstop talking crap about her, and I stand behind Koff. She's awesome. I think that she does her best at what she does, and it's so crazy how the other side is just constantly doing that. Okay, guys, so there's two interviews. There's the 6-minute one where the news station kind of goes back and forth, and Katie's got the tears. I feel like the PR person that they hired kind of showed them what to like. They coached them on what to say, how to do it. When you have a PR person, that's what it is. It's public relations. They want you to act a certain way in public, do a certain thing, and capture a certain audience, right? Now, she's ex FBI, Jennifer Coffindoffer, and I've had her on my channel. I like her, but for some reason, the other side of the Sebastian case is always, yeah, I love her. They're always, and who cares about that? We're talking about Sebastian. Yes, I did not want to watch that whole live because it was like 3 hours long. All right, so let's take a look at this one, and then we're going to look at the other interview, and you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. All right, let's keep going. This one is a little bit different, but it's right around the same time.
The last time I saw my son was when he went to bed.
Tonight marks 1 year since Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home near Beach High School in Sumner County. He's 16 now, but there are still no confirmed sightings or leads in the case.
Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino sat down with Rogers' mother, Katie Proudfoot, and the search for her son and the ongoing public scrutiny surrounding this investigation.
Green tea.
A voice and an exuberant smile that have been missing for years.
That's the only thing I had heard is the green tea. And even when they do the interview with Chris, he says that. And the way he says it irks me. It's like he's making fun of him. Every time he says something about him, it's like he's putting him down to me. And Chris doesn't talk like that. Chris is more like stern, kind of how I am. But when he's doing the interview, he's fucking whispering, you guys. He's whispering like Jen Soto does. And so is Katie Proudfoot. Let me listen to that one more time because that's the only thing I ever heard until that video.
Tea.
A voice.
Hold on.
Surrounding this investigation.
Green tea.
A voice and an exuberant smile that have been missing for a year that Sebastian Rogers has gone without his favorite things.
Cats are the number one. He loves animals almost.
And didn't she get rid of his cat, folks? Isn't she the one that was like, I don't want no damn cats. They make messes and they stink. So she's talking about this cat. And this one, she's, PR definitely said, put on the waterworks. Yes, she does look a lot different, you guys, in this one. But yeah, I heard something a lot different about the cats. And now she's playing it like, oh, he loved cats. Well, you didn't.
All animals.
Animals, video games, books, and any chance in the pool.
He loves water. He swims like a fish.
Sebastian also missed his birthday.
December 7th. He would have.
There it is. He would have. Yeah, this is the interview that got me, and I said, I gotta share this with the crime crew. As unpopular as this damn case is, and somebody's streaming somewhere else right now about Sebastian, and they got 2,000 people on the damn stream. That's what got me. She's used it in the past tense, and then she stopped, breathed, and kept going. That right there, one more time, because I know you guys saw this, or maybe you didn't.
He would have.
Oh shit, he would have been. Oh, damn.
He turned 16 and he should be home for that.
But Sebastian, who has autism, hasn't been home since February of last year. After dinner at the Texas Roadhouse on the 25th, Katie says she and her son went home.
Did anything happen the night he went missing that was like caused him to run away? Was he punished in any way? An argument? Just a normal night?
It was a normal night. It was a calm night.
That turned tumultuous by the next morning.
It was when I went in his room and
she's remembering what to say, guys.
He He wasn't there. He wasn't in his bed.
Katie says she frantically searched the
Yeah.
house and drove around the neighborhood at 6:30 a.m. until she and Sebastian's stepfather, who says he was away for work at the time, called police.
We need you to search your properties every day.
But an Amber Alert and an extensive week-long search didn't yield one significant lead or even a glimpse of the boy on any doorbell cam video. Days later, investigators combed through a landfill 2 hours away, still saying they had found nothing.
Now remember, when you're doing something like this, and thank you for confirming that he was a crane operator. I believe they did look over in the areas that Chris was working, but when you're doing an extensive search like this, and you search for a week for a boy that didn't have shoes on and supposedly left that night, you're looking for a body, folks. You're looking for a body. Where's the video of her? Yeah, I don't have a video, but I had a picture of her leaving the search and going off with Chris to go look at Harley's. Okay, so remember, everything she's saying, take that with a grain of salt, because it's not so true. It's not so true what she's saying here. And there's a lot of discrepancies in what she says and how she acts. So let's keep going. Then we got a 23-minute video after this.
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
For the next year, any activity involving Sebastian's case would fuel droves of online followers and even a restraining order against one YouTuber.
There were quite a bit of people that were, sending some very threatening and hateful messages to us.
What would you say to those people?
Stop.
Fox 17 News sent the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the lead agency in the investigation, a list of questions in anticipation of this story, including asking if there are any new leads, what kind of evidence detectives have vetted, and if investigators still believe there is no indication of foul play. Sheriff Eric Craddock responded in an email saying, "This is an active and ongoing investigation. We continue to work with our state and federal partners. We will continue to seek a resolution."
Now, what makes me wonder what actually happened, guys. Now, yeah, we want to find Sebastian, but they're looking for a body the first week. And I mean, isn't Katie responsible if he made it home from Roadhouse? And then she forgets the thud part. She doesn't say the thud part later on anymore. She says a noise or something like that. I mean, wouldn't it be her responsibility if he was at home and he left and she didn't properly secure things? And they're doing the Jen Soto thing where, hey, look at the cameras over there. Look at the guy with the light. Even though the police ruled it out, Jen Soto, look at the church, look at the school. Do you see that girl in the camera at the school? She's acting like he's 2 or 3 or 4. That's what I was trying to say. I had no idea because the way they've always talked about him.
In this case,
what do you believe happened to Sebastian?
There it is. Think about it.
Unfortunately, over the last year, I have thought every single day, night, every moment of
about
every possibility of something that could happen to him, where he could have gone.
Oh, yeah.
If he had gone with someone, if someone took him willingly, unwillingly, if he'd run away and got lost, if he'd a million different things. And unfortunately, I don't know.
But Katie and a private investigator she retained believe this piece of surveillance video taken the night that Sebastian went missing could be a lead in the case.
I didn't.
1217, a couple 100 yards away, there's a figure.
The Sumner County Sheriff said the video has no relevance to the case, but the Proudfoots aren't dismissing it until the identity of the...
Again, if something happens with Sebastian and they end up finding his body or finding him, that evidence can be used in court as a distraction, let's say, from the jury. Let's say they go on trial or something like that. They could say, no, we didn't do it. Do you see? They can use that as evidence to sway the jury from believing it was them. So they're going to hold on to that, just like Jen and Stefan with that church What's up, girl? Good to see you, Allie. I think the last day that the Colossal Popcorn was a goodbye to send off for Sebastian. In my opinion, Chris didn't like him, poor little guy, and he's no longer on Earth. I agree with not being on Earth any longer, and Katie knows it, in my opinion.
The person is confirmed by investigators. Unfortunately, any possible break in Sebastian's case has gone nowhere.
No child goes poof. He's somewhere.
Sebastian's father, Seth
Appreciate
Rogers,
you.
has also endured a year without his son.
Sebastian, son.
Seth
Damn.
brought in a team offering their own reward of $347,000. That's on top of the FBI's $50,000 reward.
Stop looking is to give up hope.
Hope that's still evident among volunteer searchers.
I'm not going to stop.
Missing signs and ribbons in Sebastian's favorite color.
And God, right now we're seeking you to reveal the truth to us.
Katie.
That was kind of really weird. If you guys watch the Vigil, like, it wasn't weird. It was just very, they did like the church thing, and then they blasted Seth saying he was speaking in tongues and saying things to the devil. That was really unnecessary. I can't believe they did that. And what's up, Okie Bree? Okie Bree finally caught alive. Yay me. Okie Bree, huh? How you doing? Where are you from, Okie Bree? Okay, yeah, that's yeah, I don't know. Did you guys watch any of that church stuff? They had the vigil and they're at church, and Seth got up there and said something. Seth was praying. That's all he was doing to me, but they blasted him. Yeah, definitely some nasty people. If you guys want me to play a minute of that, I can. Let me know. If you already saw it, then you don't need to see it again, but I got a clip of that. I didn't think anything was wrong with that.
He says detectives searching for that truth left no question unasked.
Lie detectors.
Yes.
For yourself
and my husband.
Which Katie says they passed. We don't know what investigators say about the test, but Katie says they have searched her home.
Thoroughly, many times. Cadavers, searchers.
What do police tell you at this point? What do they think?
Why doesn't she look at anybody?
Unfortunately, that they have zero evidence.
Zero trace of the
second time in a couple seconds. Unfortunately, and no evidence, guys. That's God, Jen Soto.
boy with a smile that's imprinted on countless hearts, especially, Katie says, on her own.
I would just like to tell my son that I love him and to know that.
Does anybody find that odd as well, to move out of your family home where the kid went missing, Sebastian went missing, and then to go get a tattoo that's a remembrance tattoo when he's still alive? Is that strange to anyone? Because I wouldn't go. I have lots of tattoos, and I would never go get a remembrance tattoo if he was missing. That was really weird. I'm not scared to fix myself. I'm from Hennepin, Oklahoma, population 148. Okay, Okie Bree. I don't know how anybody believes her lies. There's a whole community that does, guys, but really hashtags find Sebastian. Literally a whole community that's just eating up her words. Yes, my boy Wyatt, Casey Anthony also went and got a tattoo. Yes, she certainly did. That's how she was out celebrating. I mean, mourning. She was celebrating. Mourning. Sorry. Very strange. Her leaving is just, it's odd. Everything they've done is strange. It's a little bit beyond strange, but yeah, the profession, like making a billboard sign. Moving is odd. What if the kid, she left, a week later, guys? All right. What's up, Teresa? Good to see you. Thank you so much for gifting that membership. All right, we got more to watch of Katie. This one, the Waterworks came out. Next one's just strange.
That we are never going to stop searching.
So a lost smile can be found.
Anyone who believes they may have seen Sebastian Rogers should immediately call 1-800-TBI-FIND or the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. There is a vigil for Sebastian this Saturday, March 1st at 2 p.m. at the Celebration of Life Church in Hendersonville.
That was.
We will certainly continue to update you on any information we learn.
All right, take a look at him for a second. I'm just going to leave that so I can show you the show you that. I don't want to keep it on there too long, but I am trying to find that dang thing. I do want to say, however, the what do you call that? Law enforcement is saying that they think it wasn't a stranger that came
Many
in.
people-
So who could it have been? Let me play this while I find that real quick. Okay. Sorry about that, but I didn't have it ready. I figured some people would want to call in, but we don't have a huge crowd. But if you guys want to, let me know.
Keep talking about the Sebastian Rogers case.
Not yet.
We must never lose sight of the fact that it's not just a case. There is a real missing child at the center of all this, and the most important thing is for him to be found. There has been tons of drama, speculation, and lies in this case.
You
But
think?
Sebastian is still somewhere out there, and to be honest, I'm not even convinced that there are any searches being done for him. Apparently, law enforcement are not taking an investigative approach.
Coming out.
Have you asked yourself this question? Law enforcement says this is not a criminal investigation, so why did they immediately go and search a landfill? What evidence did they find that led them to that landfill? I wonder if they are not keeping everything under wraps so that the perpetrators believe they are not onto them, collect all the evidence, and then make arrests. I think that is a real possibility. They don't want to scare anyone just yet. From the start of this case, the people who have been scrutinized the most are Katie and Chris Proudfoot, especially after it was revealed that Chris hit Sebastian with a belt, didn't want him around his biological daughter, and apparently couldn't deal with Sebastian's issues anymore, so wanted him to go stay permanently with Seth Rogers. It is all massive red flags. Then Katie decided to leave the last place her son was seen and go hours away with her husband. She claims to believe that someone has her son, but never pleaded or offered up a reward for his safety.
Again, and she's still never done that. I think she tried her very best in that next interview. And I do see what the sister said now, you guys. So if you guys want to hear that, I can. But I'm going to show you Seth afterwards. I think he did a great job. But hey, maybe he's speaking in tongues and I just don't know it. I don't think so. All right. I'm wondering what law enforcement's doing as well. I wonder if they are looking at Chris and Katie, but they're just not saying it because I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. It's a weird case.
Safe return. I'm just saying, sometimes the answers are staring us right in the face. Some YouTubers are claiming to have local contacts in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and this adds to the suspicion even more that someone close to Sebastian had something to do with his disappearance. I'm going to play a clip from this channel called Crime Time Buzz. Take a listen.
Sedan had pulled up. They knew Sebastian did not walk out of the home on his own. They knew Sebastian had been removed from the home. They knew it was not a stranger. And I know this to be true because locals have told me they were told it wasn't a stranger, that they didn't have to be feared. But not all of the public was told that, my friends. Just this is from people who, heard. Okay. They knew this. So when Mr. and Mrs. E released the other night that local officials, elected officials, detectives are telling them that they know what happened to Sebastian and who's responsible, I totally believe them because I've heard the same thing. Okay. Command post chatter. That was
Yeah.
Marking 1 year.
Oh, I got the Vigil thing. Yeah, I wonder, you guys. I do wonder what is they're doing, and I wonder how come we never heard anything about the Proudfoots or the Dumbfoots. We never heard about their lie detector test. Has anyone else heard that? No, but nobody. You say that needs more proof. Dot's got to connect. One-time shot. No sloppy seconds. True. I mean, we're still waiting on Jen Soto to be arrested, right? I wouldn't leave my house if my loved one went missing. Yeah, me either, you guys. All right, this is a little heartfelt thing. Vigil for Sebastian. Let's watch this real quick.
Years since Sebastian Rogers' disappearance, his loved ones held a candlelight vigil at a Hendersonville church this afternoon. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Kenley Hargett. News 2's Audrey Mayer was at the service and joins us in studio. Audrey?
Kenley, there was a lot of tears, but also a lot of hope inside the Celebration of Life Church today as the Sumner County community gathered to pray and spread faith that Sebastian will be found. Hundreds of people, also known as Sebastian's Army, attended the service today where they sang gospel, spread messages of hope, and
and I'll play that after. I don't know how many of you guys watch that. Now, lie detectors cannot be used in court, but here's the thing. They're not used in court. However, cops will use them to break down those walls and then say, hey, I have a question for you. And sometimes they lie. Sometimes they'll lie and say to you, oh, you failed your test, but then they get you to talk. So I wonder where those are. Like, why have we not heard of them? You should react to the Lore Lodge on this case. You know what? The Lore Lodge I follow, that guy gets blasted too, and I absolutely will. I just need an audience for it because for some reason everybody's on that weird side of Katie and Chris. I don't know why. I'll take a look at it. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Check out this clue. All right, let's watch this real quick. I got another clip for you, and then we still got to watch Katie, guys.
Prayed that Sebastian will be brought home. Community leaders, law enforcement, family, and friends all came together today wearing green and saying Sebastian's name, urging anyone who knows where Sebastian is to come forward. Sebastian's father, Seth, says it was encouraging to see so many people come to the church today in support.
Sebastian means something to other people besides just me.
And where were Katie and Chris?
Sebastian will be found. Sebastian's alive, and we will find him and we will bring him home.
There's no link.
Sebastian was last seen on February 25th of last year in Hendersonville wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and black square-framed glasses, according to authorities. If you know anything about Sebastian's whereabouts, you are asked to contact.
All right, so let me play this, and then we're going to get to the interview. I don't want to lose you guys. I have 190-something in here that come in. They come out. You guys, do me a favor. If you leave, hit the like button. We haven't even got to Katie's interview. I got one more clip because I want to make sure you guys actually see this, and then we will watch the interview together. It's been heavy on my mind. This interview is why we're watching it, because
a new day.
I just can't believe how she's just straight up lying, you guys. If you want to send me a message, email me guiltyofcrime@gmail.com. I can't get links in the chat. All right, but yeah, send that to me and I'll take a look. All right, let's watch the dad real quick, and then we'll watch Katie. When I say the dad, I mean Seth.
And still no sign of Sebastian Rogers. No real update.
All right, let's get to that.
No trace. Makes me believe he didn't walk amongst everyone following the case, especially Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers. He played voice notes from Sebastian, and I could see the heartbreak on his face. He desperately wants to find his son. Seth couldn't hold back the tears as he listened to Sebastian's sweet voice. However, Seth is under fire again, as some are accusing him of summoning a demon in the church during Sebastian's vigil. I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Let's take a look at the clip.
Thank you.
Sacred prayer for Sebastian, calling upon the angel Samuel. Oh, most high God, ruler of heaven and earth, in the stillness of the solemn night, we gather with hearts steadfast, bound by Father's unyielding love for his son Sebastian, a child of light, innocent and pure. By the eternal name, we do summon Samuel, the angel of death, the guardian of divine justice, he who moves at thy command. O Samuel, fierce and unrelenting, stretch forth thy hand, not in wrath, but in righteous protection. Stand beside Sebastian, wherever he may be. Let no harm befall him. Let no evil touch him. Be his shield in the unseen places, his sword against those who do him wrong. With thy blazing eyes, seek out the wicked who cloak the truth in shadows. Unravel their lies and cast their works into the light. Break the chains that conceal Sebastian's path and scatter.
Okay, so they were doing a vigil for Sebastian, and he's in church speaking. So people are putting him on their channels, streaming for 4, 5, 6 hours at a time and talking crap about him. So I'm not really sure. I know he's not speaking in tongues. He did his research to ask for a prayer through major prayer. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but if you guys do, one creator actually put this prayer backwards. It was disgusting. That's what I'm saying. It's really freaking weird. I don't see the problem with that. This is exactly what I see, Sunshine. I see an innocent, freaking stressed out father that is not harming anyone. He's broken. He's making a few mistakes here and there, but we all make mistakes. as we're feeling our way through life. I just don't understand it. And I'd like to know more about it. Samuel's an angel in many religious traditions, including Judaism, Christianity, and demonology. He is often depicted as the angel of death and the ruler of the fifth heaven.
To those who stand in the way of his return. Yet we beseech thee, not for vengeance, but for revelation. Let the weight of justice press upon those who would see Sebastian remain lost. May the voice of truth thunder so loud that no decent can withstand it. O Lord of hosts, guide us with unwavering faith. Strengthen my heart, strengthen everybody's heart, so that hope never falters. Let love be the beacon that calls Sebastian home. For love knows no bounds and no night too dark. Until the day breaks and Sebastian is returned to his rightful place, we stand unbroken.
Yes.
For his
Yes.
name is etched upon our souls, and his light shall never fade. So let it be written, so let it be done. In the name of God, amen.
All right. So anyway, I just I can't understand that. I won't join in any of that stuff that people are saying, and I support Cough. Hey, Cough and Sweetie Pie Low. What's the other guy's name that you guys said? He did a video about the lights. He did a really good video about the lights and Lore Lodge. But let's listen to Katie, okay? Because this is why I even came here. We're 51 minutes in, and I really want to watch this with you. It's been weighing very heavy on me. Now, Sharon Keto, you came just in time. We're just starting the full interview that just happened with Katie and Chris. Now listen to Chris, how he whispers, keeps his tones low, and watch out for all the discrepancies that they have in this. Unusual details, scripting, I want to say, minimizing, reticence, leakage, so much in this, all right? Mob Crew, yes. I'm all down for Mob Crew, guys. Mob Crew and Lore Lodge. And those are the guys that are always getting blasted by the channels that stream Sebastian 24 hours a day. All right, let's go.
Here we are. So it's an entire year after Sebastian's disappearance. There's no really strong lead. There's no sighting yet. So tell me what you're feeling now. Here we are.
It might be on one side.
I struggle to put words to how it feels, honestly.
Honestly, number one.
The amount of ups and downs, the amount of like possible leads that haven't panned out.
Look
up. We every day, you know, it's like waking up to this reality that it's actually real.
Yeah.
And I mean, Sebastian should be home with us. He should be.
Where is he?
In school. He should be playing. He should be learning. He should be experiencing life.
Absolutely.
And,
she's storytelling, guys.
Until we can find him and until we can bring him home, we're going to keep doing everything we can to make sure that people don't forget about him. We're going to keep making sure that we spread awareness for him, and we're going to keep searching, and we're definitely.
Right now, I ask you very graciously, why do you need a lawyer when you're pleading for your son to come home? She thinks that somebody kidnapped him. She thinks somebody took him. My lawyer couldn't stop me. 10 lawyers couldn't stop me if I was pleading for my child to come home. You couldn't stop me from anything that I had to say. So there's that, right? So lawyer or no lawyer, why the F does she even have a lawyer? Thank you so much, Rosie, for the 99-cent super sticker. Yeah, choo choo. I always appreciate that, guys. Yeah, fan funded channel, and that's how we roll here. It just doesn't make sense. They both seem to know where Sebastian is. Just watch how amazingly scripted this is, lawyer or no lawyer. She keeps going and searching for what to say, and she messes up quite a few times.
Definitely going to keep praying.
Keep praying.
You've told me you do want to stay positive. I know you both want to stay positive. That's all part of it. So
look up, lady.
In your mind, do you see Sebastian coming back through your front door? Do you feel he's okay? He's alive. He's out there.
I dream about it every day. I dream that one day I'm gonna wake up and this is gonna be a nightmare. But
yeah, it is a nightmare, lady. You
yes,
did it.
I believe.
All right, I need to tell you guys to focus on how she answers questions. She's not really answering the lady's question, and she does that over and over. Okay, now she's dreaming about it's a nightmare because she knows if they find his body, she's in trouble. It's all answers are dodgy answers, Lynette. She doesn't really answer any questions straightforward at all.
I believe that my son is out there somewhere. I believe that we are going to find him. We are going to bring him home. And we're going to find a way to recover from this. And
you're already recovering. You moved on,
watch
lady.
him grow into a young man and, live the life that he deserves to have.
I'm surprised she didn't
What
say
would
he
you say to him
deserved.
when he walked in that door?
Oh God, I don't even know if I'd be able to speak. I'd probably bulldoze him down.
That was really weird too. And the reason I'm getting from I don't even know if I'd be able to speak because she knows that he's no longer with us. When this lady says, "What would you do if he walked in the door?" She's like, "Oh my God, I don't even know. I'd bulldoze him down because he's not alive anymore. If he walked in the door, that would be like us seeing Jesus walk on water." Yeah, how could she chuckle? That's another thing. But that was a weird answer. That was a very weird answer. What's up, Maria? How you doing? This whole interview is just wacky.
With hugs. Honestly, when I picture that, I just picture being able to hug him, to hold him, to smell him. I mean, just to be able to hear his voice, to hear his laugh, to see him just.
Thank you, Teresa.
Be with us and be okay is like I can't wait to see my son. I want to find him so.
Oh yeah, that guy, Mike DeMann, actually did a whole video on Katie Proudfoot and Duper's Delight, you guys. And that is a real thing, man. That's a real thing. Duper's Delight. I believe that.
So bad.
You think he's coming home, right? How would you describe what you all have experienced this last year with so many unanswered questions still?
It's horrific, to be honest with you.
A lot. Think about it, Katie. Choose your words wisely.
I don't know how to describe what it feels like to watch the news, to go hang flyers in every store, every business, every place that you go to, and still find that some people don't even know about it.
Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate you.
To hear that there might be a lead, and then just to sit there and have to wait and find out that it's not him yet. And
not him yet, you guys. Not him yet. I mean, everything that she says just doesn't fit with what she's saying. And you guys, probably there's a ton of people on this channel that are empaths that pick up on vibes. I know Thomas Karras does, because Thomas Karras saw Stephen Stearns in those evil dead eyes, and he said, I gotta call this in. We definitely see that and we feel it, and we can't get past the fact that other people aren't. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Synth, for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships, and thank you, Synth, for going back to Synth, because I couldn't pronounce your name. Carrie, thank you for being here. My girl, this is my behind the scenes researcher, and she's never going to quit on me, right, Carrie? Just kidding. All right. Yeah, those eyebrows are wicked, huh, Carrie?
It's pure hell.
Yeah, because they're looking at you. That's why it's hell.
I mean,
dude.
there's nothing you can, there's no words, there's no way to put how this actually feels.
Yes.
And anybody that can, I don't see how. I mean, it's day-to-day life changes and you're stuck. It's almost like it feels like it's a Groundhog Day thing where it's the same thing over and over. You wait, you hope a phone call may come in, you may get something, may get a lead. Turns out to be nothing. That's how it feels.
You know what that reminds me of is when we were watching the body cam footage of Jen Soto and Stephen Stearns, and they were all sitting in grandma's office, and the phone rang and everybody stopped because they thought that the phone call was going to say they found Madeline Soto's body. Do you remember that? The phone came in, everything stopped, and then Jen Soto was like, "Oh, it's the principal. Oh yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, uh-huh." That's what that reminds me of. He literally is just, he doesn't want to get caught. He knows it's a nightmare. His life has changed, and any moment they find that body, those two are going to be in trouble. Now, I don't know if they took the body somewhere else in that RV. They could have certainly carried him out with no decomp, because if they took his life and they carried him out of the house right away and put him into and then traveled and then they're not going to pick up a scent. Somebody knows what well, he's not that little. Sebastian Rogers is, and I'm sorry, you guys, to disappoint you. I just don't think he's alive anymore. Again, this is all in my opinion. So
What is that message? I know we were talking earlier
Right.
last week. Tell me what that message is that you want to make sure our viewers hear from you tonight.
All right. Thank you,
I
Sid.
want to thank everyone who is searching. I want to thank everyone who is spreading flyers, spreading awareness. I want to ask everyone
This
not
is
to
weird.
forget, and I want to encourage people to keep helping and to keep bringing awareness, not only to our son, but to all of the missing children, because they all just.
Why? Okay, this part bothers me a lot. I'm going to rewind it for a second. Sin, thank you so much. Katie Proudfoot does look at Chris many times as for him to fill in the blanks. This part makes no sense. Did Katie Proudfoot just become an advocate for all children, guys? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, they've seriously, thank you for saying that, diminished capacity. They have been seriously coached in this. 110%. This makes no sense how Katie just became an advocate for all children when she hasn't even advocated for her son. And then on top of that, she says other children deserve it even more than Sebastian. What's in that head? What's going on right there? Watch. So weird. I didn't know she was an advocate.
Is spreading flyers, spreading awareness. I want to ask everyone not to forget, and I want to encourage people to keep helping and to keep bringing awareness, not only to our son, but to all of the missing children, because they all deserve to go home.
What do I say?
And I would also like to say that if my son could hear it, that we love him so much, and that
that's weird,
are going to keep searching. We are going to keep looking. We are going to find him, and we are going to bring him home.
Interesting.
describe your hope right now?
Yes.
I'm trying to be positive as I can.
As you
because
cry.
I know that my son is out there. I struggle to find words to even describe how it feels anymore because it's a living nightmare, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, it's not about.
And she just said a whole bunch of things, and that honestly, and I would say, and now it's not about her. It's never been about you, Katie. You guys have both made it about you, but let's advocate for other children while we're at it.
About me, it's about the fact that Sebastian is out there and that we are looking for him, and we're going to keep looking for him, and we're going to keep praying to God that he is okay, and we're going to bring him home.
This story, we know it's baffled our Hendersonville community.
And you know what, Carolina Hurtado? Many people say that. There's so many channels that are backing Chris and Katie, and good for them. I'm glad that you feel that way. Again, I'll be here agreeing to disagree with that. I've been following this case also since day one, and I don't see that. I don't see that. I see fake tears for herself. That's what I see.
We know it's baffled the mid-state community. It's baffled much of the country as they hear about it. Is there anything that stands out to you? That's the most baffling? Like you're just trying to understand.
How we've gone this long and still haven't found him, honestly, is...
Honestly, guys.
I don't understand how we haven't found him yet.
Why do you think Sebastian is still missing?
Yes.
That's tough to say. I mean, it was the largest manhunt in Tennessee history.
And you didn't expect that.
And absolutely zero evidence. There's nothing out there. Law enforcement's working due diligently. They are working hard over and over and over.
Yeah.
You know, we appreciate everything they do. I mean, it is an active investigation, so I don't want to go into it. But it is mind-blowing at the same time that it's been a year, and the amount of people that still don't know about this, it's unnerving, basically.
Unnerving, basically? Really?
And I know you both want to try to get the word out as much as possible, and that's what...
No.
This story, obviously, that's what we're trying to do.
Now, what this interviewer does, her interviewing skills are that of leave a lot of silence, let them fill in the blanks. So this one's difficult for them because when they did the interview with Nancy Grace was like, boom, boom, boom. It's easy for them to answer question after question, but when you leave a silence and let them fill in the blank, it's tough. This is a tough interview for them, whether you believe them or you don't believe them. It really is tough for them. I hope the behavior panel and deception detective, because I don't even need them to see right through this. It's been killing me because I've been wanting to watch it with you guys
as well. There are many people who still do not know that you all have hired a private investigator. What can you tell me about the video that he recently has discovered and wants to share? I know this has been shared with authorities now.
Yes.
It has. This is involving the neighborhood that you live in.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about that video?
It's eye-opening to see that this is something that recently has surfaced, and it's been this long. It's just taking that long to find something. And what the video shows is kind of mind-boggling. It's like we went from potentially not having a sighting to potentially having a sighting. And it kind of changes, like, wait a minute, now we may have something to actually work off of and move forward with and see where this goes. Exercise every avenue till its fullest.
No
It doesn't
stone
matter.
unturned.
No stone unturned.
No stone unturned. And Katie, you told me earlier you were determined to get to the bottom of this, to get to the bottom of that video.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that could.
Again with the video, and I love the silence. I love that the way they're doing that. It's just absolutely, it's killing them, that silence. Yeah, a card for you, a card for you, a card for you. Everybody gets a card. Cards everywhere. Where's deception detective when you need one? Who cares about Jay? She doesn't know. We just need body language. No, and there's so many people that are critiquing this. It's crazy. I didn't even know where to start. It's so bad.
Could possibly be something that could lead us to him. We're going to keep looking. We're going to keep digging and keep finding and confirm if it is or isn't, because
justice for Maddie and Sebastian. Thank you.
I mean, if it's possible, then it's got to be confirmed.
How hopeful are you that this video truly has something that could lead to finding Sebastian?
I pray that if there is anything even remotely in it that could help us find Sebastian, I pray that it is.
Yeah. What? What? Huh?
I don't know how to word it, but it's
don't
followed up and found out and confirmed one way or the other, because
don't use past tense.
I mean, I just
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the video. I know it's in it.
We've all seen it, bud.
It actually gives us more rejuvenated hope.
Oh yeah, is that right?
We may actually be onto something.
Yeah,
We
good.
just have to run it down. We've
Huh.
got to figure this out.
Yeah, you could use
And
that in
the
court.
law enforcement doing what they can, and with the help of like TBI, the FBI, all of that. I mean, I believe Secret
TBI,
Service was involved in the
FBI,
beginning. Maybe they can look at this
Secret
video as well.
Private
Let's
eyes.
bring people back to the table.
Make America great
Let's
again.
Exercise
Let's do it.
every possibility of enhancing this video, looking at whatever, and tackling what it is to get an answer.
Now, this is your chance to respond, to speak out, to speak your mind, whatever it is that you want to say.
Bring
But you
Sebastian
know,
home.
no matter what the story is, there are always people who will.
Has she said Sebastian's name at all yet, you guys? Because, yeah, the lips are moving and they're throwing out one-liners. They might as well have just said, make America great again, because no stone unturned. And then he said, no stone unturned. What are they even talking about? Bring Sebastian home. If you have Sebastian, bring him home. Yeah, it sounded like he was about to say that, you guys. It sounds like it really does. It's pretty funny. SF Investigates is a fraud. There you go. I don't know who that is. I don't know him.
What do you want to say to anyone out there who wants to say that one of you could have something to do with Sebastian's disappearance?
I would say
there it is again. I would say
pause and to think, and I would say to consider the sources of information. Try to make sure that you're getting legitimate information
right from your mouth.
Avoid the rumors. And I would say that everyone should pause and remember why we all came together in the first place. And that is because Sebastian's missing, and because I'd like to believe that we all want to find him. And no matter what anyone's personal opinion is, that the most important thing still remains that Sebastian needs to be found. And
she said
Sebastian
his
needs
name.
to come home. And I would just.
And I wonder what that is and who's going to call that out, that every time she said Sebastian's name, which was twice, she closed her eyes and imagined something. I just wonder what that is. Yeah, we are. She's saying a lot. That's our source that we're considering, you guys. I don't know if they did this to clear their names or to bring Sebastian home, because they're not saying she thinks that somebody kidnapped him. She said that. He walked out the door and someone kidnapped him. But why isn't she pleading for her son? I'm telling you guys, when it all goes down and they do find him, you guys will see. She constantly uses past tense and she has to think about it in order to continue talking so that she doesn't keep using the past tense. She knows what happened to him. She was the last person to see him. Thud, noise, what? Video was debunked. Yes, the video was absolutely debunked by law enforcement, and that could be used in court, however, for their side.
Say thank you to everyone and anyone that is a part of that.
So let's say Sebastian is listening when this is running and he hears you, he sees you.
Honestly.
What do you want to say to him?
I would say that I love you so very much,
That's what
and
you'd say.
that I hope that you're okay. And I would say that know that we all love you, and that there are so many people that care and so many people that are looking. And
But why not plead to him directly? If it were my child, I wouldn't care about the people. Sorry, you guys, but I wouldn't care about that. I would talk to him directly. She's talking to him indirectly through other people that are looking for him. Why is that? It's crystal clear. I just don't understand how people don't see it because she's not even talking to him. She's using us to talk to him.
hang in there and know that we're going to find you, know that we're going to bring you home. Just, I miss him so much.
He's not coming back, Katie.
So at this point, it's keep searching. People keep looking. Keep searching, keep looking. We keep putting up new flyers. I know a lot of places, they take them down after so long. We just keep going back and putting more up.
When did she put flyers?
I refer to my original request, just anyone that's willing. Don't let him become forgotten. Don't let him become lost in the next story. Not to supersede other children, because they all deserve just as much, if not more attention, because all children do. But I would say just please don't let him become forgotten and lost, because we're never gonna stop. We're never gonna let that happen if we can help it.
With his autism, is there anything else that we should add that you want the public to know right now?
I would say that he
Why does
is
she keep
high, what they would.
There's gotta be something, you guys, that she keeps saying, I would say, or I would do this, or she uses I would say, or those kind of like she's not talking for herself, like she's speaking for someone else. And then I don't understand what she's doing. And then the whole honestly thing, we need to rip this apart, guys. We need to rip them apart, in my opinion.
Consider high functioning. He's not.
Oh, she said it. High
He
functioning.
doesn't struggle with verbal communication, but he does.
That's another thing.
Excuse me, sorry. He does struggle sometimes with expressing himself, is I guess the best way that I could put that. But he's so smart, and he's so capable, and that I think the initial image of him that was portrayed was misleading to an extent. And I think that in the chaos of trying to get the initial information about him out, that various things got taken and misconstrued. So I would just tell everyone that he's smart, he's capable, he's funny, he's able to speak to you and to recognize things. You know, he's a teenager, and
I feel like she's struggling to say good things. And you guys, she's really struggling right now to not use the past tense. You can see it in her language. You can see how she keeps stopping, how she keeps slowing down. She really, truly is. Can we go back to 10 or 11? What is that? I don't even know what that is. 10. Yeah, I'm at 1706 on here, my girl. But yeah, it's just really weird. Can't misconstrue what she told us. Lady, just tell us what happened that night, right? This is what all we wanted to hear. And as she's talking, she shakes her head no as she's saying yes. And she's struggling not to use that past tense, boy.
You know, so he's a young man, honestly. He just had a birthday, and
Honestly, he's a young man, yeah.
I'm sure that his mustache is coming in more. I mean, he really is a good kid.
What do you miss most about your son?
Oh, God. I miss his smile. I miss his laugh. I miss going and doing fun things with him. I miss taking him to get a haircut and him saying, "Mom, feel my head."
I bet Kristen liked that. They didn't show him.
Cooking dinner with him. I miss game nights. He would play Uno until the sun came up if you let him. You know, he goes through phases of.
It's easier to talk about him in the past tense when she said he would do that because she's struggling hard.
Which games he's into, but you know,
yeah, right.
I miss him. I miss everything about him, the good, the bad. I miss his attitude.
Right.
I miss, you know, him trying to eat all the sweets instead of dinner.
I do that. Hey, triggers.
Stealing my Brussels sprouts while I'm trying to cook them.
Oh. I sense lots of joy that's being missed right now.
Green tea.
See, that's not funny. That's not funny. I don't understand that. That I know there's an inside joke there, but it makes me feel like Chris is making fun of him. Green tea, and then she starts laughing. There's something in there, and I wish they were showing Chris's facial expressions. And happy birthday, Graciela. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships that you gave us on your birthday or for your birthday. Thank you so much. And Carolina, I agree. So many things got turned upside down because everyone who wants it to be them, unfortunately, it isn't. Think about it. They would both be in jail. No, I can't say that. There's so many people that have done that. Letitia Stout was out for a long time, and to name a whole bunch if you want of people that duped everybody until either a body was found or some evidence. So I really don't think that they would be in jail. There's no body. But if it makes you feel better, green tea. So weird.
His jokes, the way he laughs when he tells a funny. He had
so funny.
There's a video that I put out that
right.
He was being goofy, and he had this like half gallon of green tea that he had gotten from the grocery store, and he thought of this joke, and he ran in the kitchen, and he grabbed a green cup, and he was like, "Mom, green tea!" And it was just so funny, and I was just like, "Dude, hold on, you got to do that again." And I grabbed my phone, and I was like, "You got to do it again." And he was like, "Green tea." And he was just like, it's not in the video, but he was just rolling because he just thought it was the funniest thing ever. And
He's got some quirky one-liners.
oh God,
I guess you had to be there, huh? Is that one of those things? Yeah, you had to be there to find it funny. You don't want them in jail until jail starts clock ticking for the prosecutors. Yeah, I love cotton candy. I hope she's not mixed up in all the construction stuff around the house. Oh boy. Yeah, you had to be there for that one.
he was getting he was getting to where he had some good ones.
Sounds like a great sense of humor.
It was definitely developing. He was coming into his sarcasm. You know, like one of the other videos I released, when it's hard to hear, but
He
we
came
were
into
bowling.
a sarcasm. He was coming
'Cause
into it.
He has a lot of fun with it. He actually was getting a lot better
Yep.
without bumpers.
Yep, she's struggling so hard not to use past tense. Now, I got to tell you guys, I mean, this literally, unless she feels like I do, because I'm going to use him in the past tense, I do think that they will find his body eventually. I don't think he's alive any longer. But yeah, she keeps on saying in the past tense, he did, instead of Sebastian's he's come into his sarcasm. She keeps using past tense and she can't stop. And the only time that she stops is when she stops to think, and then she tells it out. I mean, I don't see it any other way. Yeah, we would have your ass in jail, guilty. I'm the least likely. I can't. It took her a year to practice that, right? And yet she's not. And yet you guys agree Jen Soto should be in jail, right? There should be a neglect charge and then the neglect resulting in death. And yet Jen Soto is not in jail, not in prison. She's walking the streets like Casey Anthony. She's using the innocent moment he had as an example to get out and a reason for her duper's delight. Ding, ding, ding. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this to get ripped apart.
But he like rolled a good roll and he turns around and he's like, "You got wrecked, Mom." And I was just like, what is happening right now?
Nobody thinks that's funny but you, lady.
That, you know, I miss being able to hang out with him, you know, because he's not little anymore, you know. Which we had a lot of fun when he was little, but when they get older, you know, you start
to get rid of
being
them when they
able to
get
do
older.
different things with them, and you know, game nights are, God, they're a blast sometimes.
We didn't have pool days this year.
Whole days.
I can't find it cute because this is just such an odd interview. I mean, she's looking at them just waiting for them to speak. It would be cute if it weren't them two. And, you know, I respect everybody's opinion, but let's definitely double back, Scarlett, when this case is solved. Hopefully this case does get solved. And I'll be happy to say to you guys, I was freaking wrong. My bad. I can't believe I came at these people that were completely innocent. But I just can't. I can't do it. I have this sense and this feeling, and I've studied true crime for as long as I can remember, and I have not been wrong about something like this. I haven't. I don't just go around thinking everybody's guilty. I don't, but I just can't. I can't. I'm
Big in the
sorry.
summer. He loves to go to the pool as much as possible.
Swimming.
Oh God, he loves to swim. He's
They do
I
have
don't
it
know
in the
if I
past.
put that picture out or not, but there's one that I took of him. He has on this like giant, I think it was a flamingo, and he was just like,
Look at Chris's face.
just being a cool guy.
Being a fun kid.
Being a fun kid.
For our viewers, before we end this, I guess your message for them is just keep hope alive.
Remember him.
Keep looking.
Share his face, because talking about him is what we want to do, but we want to make sure that people know his face.
Give
We
us a
want to know
picture.
that people know who they're looking for, and we would just ask that everyone just kind of be aware of your surroundings.
Does
in
anyone want to
general.
call in?
You never know.
Come on,
and
let's talk about it.
All it takes is just one person that could make a difference. And
yep.
Go ahead.
I would say, if anything,
I would say
constantly being vigilant, just looking out there, aware of what your surroundings are. Please, if you see something, call 911. Call
They didn't.
TBI.
They didn't do that.
I know
did
there's
they?
a lot of other things out there, but
We would
We just
encourage.
need, it needs to be segregated, like just a single point of right back to law enforcement. That's where it needs to go.
We would-
Anybody that sees anything, just report it, please.
Do you feel that there's someone out there right now that knows something? They're just not saying it?
It's hard to say until we can run down this video and figure out what we're seeing. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to, it's because it's an active investigation. I don't want to add any more
Rumor.
chaos that's already out there. We just want to keep this to the core, Sebastian.
Exactly.
Keeping hope alive.
Yes.
The
Keeping
search
hope
goes
alive.
on. We are hopeful and we are praying for you.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
That was it, guys. That was it. And nobody wants to call in and talk about this at all, huh? Anyone want to call in and say something about the Proudfoot, even if you're against it? Otherwise, I'm at an hour and 30 minutes, which I didn't even think I would get that far. I didn't realize there was so much content. But I guess a lot of people are doing this case, and there's so many. Yeah, they didn't call 911. He called a buddy. And they were on the phone for 3 hours. It's such a mix up. This case it feels like it's so backwards. Okay, well, you guys don't want to call in. Nobody is calling in. So I'm surprised Carrie's not calling in. We're going to do a call in. I guess I should tell you, Nanoska, are you still here? Nanoska gave me some information about the Madeline Soto case that I want to go over, and that's okay. You guys, if you guys probably, I didn't really put that very well. I didn't advertise it, so you guys probably weren't keeping up with it. But you guys, we have a we're gonna do a theory, and we're gonna correct. I know you guys may have seen it by now. No, the floor is always mine, though. I just wanted to hear your opinion. I honestly don't know enough about the case to call it. No, it's okay. You guys will want to call in. We're gonna do a Jennifer Soto one tomorrow. We're gonna do the case first. We're gonna correct the Stephen Stearns. You guys probably saw it by now. There's a Stephen Stearns video that I played yesterday, and the police said Stephen Stearns got caught lying, saying that Maddie was in the front seat when he went to the vape shop. So there's little correction on that. And then everybody's like, I want to, but no reception. I don't have a place. It's all right, guys. You guys, everyone's got to go to bed and stuff. Tomorrow's Friday night. So I will probably stick to the Friday night call-ins. I do have Google Voice all set up. It's all ready to go, guys. Somebody, yeah, it's right here, guys. All right, 1 second. Yeah, I got it all set up. You said this is Marianne? All right. All right, 1 second. Let me just put you on here. Yeah, it's all set up, guys. All right, can you guys hear Marianne from Pennsylvania? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to say you're doing a great job. I love your presentations and the way you do your introduction. You stole me from another person I used to watch, but anyway, I have nothing nice that I could think of were the parents. I mean, the stepfather and the father.
Right.
We still don't know what that CPS case was, and that supposedly was supposed to be keeping him from the home. And it's just a lot of, it's just too much curiosity. If there's no foul play, but where did he go? I mean, like, he didn't disappear.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is he was with Katie. So he was with Katie last, right? She says it. He went to sleep that night. She woke up and he was gone. But she does say he walked out of the front door. So where does that come from?
Well, yeah. How would she know that?
Right. And I mean, should we be responsible for our children if we know that they might walk out of the front door? I mean, should somebody ask her what happened to him? You were with him last. What happened in between? Why is nobody talking about that?
Right, and she changed her story and added the thud.
Yeah, yeah.
She keeps changing the story of hers, and then talking about giving the wrong impression, where they're the ones that was saying he talks in your face, he wears diapers, he's messy.
Right.
But at restaurant, I mean, she took him out all day, and at that restaurant, he was totally appropriate. I didn't see anything when she took him to the Texas Roadhouse.
Right.
You know, so she had him out that whole day. So I just don't believe her. I don't believe her at all.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Yeah, I mean, what you're saying, it's like it's changed so much, but that script hasn't changed, and they only it's like a 15-word script. We did this bop, this bop, this bop, this bop. It was morning, and then he was gone. Well, what happened in between? How come we don't hear any of that?
Right.
It just
Exactly.
doesn't make sense. And when it doesn't
No, it
make
doesn't
sense,
make sense. And the dogs would probably have barked if he went out the door. I mean, it's just like there's no trace of him outside. There's no footsteps. There's no trace. He didn't go outside. So it's just a mystery. I unfortunately think he's not here. I feel sad about it, but I would like to know what happened. I didn't think what Seth was saying was so bad. Maybe I misinterpreted it differently when he was at the prayer vigil. I didn't think it was, what did they say, channeling the devil or something?
yeah, I didn't
I
see
thought it
that
was
either.
heartfelt, but maybe I missed. That's what I thought.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I could see getting up there, not being a church person, and if they're having a vigil, I'll say whatever I think is on my mind, or whatever. So I didn't see anything. I think there's two sides to this. One side are the people that are backing Seth, and then the other side, which it sucks, that are backing Katie and Chris.
Right, and the last thing about Seth, he's not a talker, and he did a lot of talking. I mean, yes, he was reading, but he's not known to be a big talker.
Right.
He starts and stops and starts and stops. But anyway, thank you for taking my call. I mean,
yeah,
I really enjoy your show. I like when you do the lives, and keep on going with what you're doing. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too. Thank
All
you.
right. Take care. Bye-bye. Look at that. We get the best callers around here, guys. We get the best callers. Does anyone else want to call in? I know you guys called and it was beeping, 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 but that was a good call. I'd be happy to talk about if somebody thinks that that Chris and Katie didn't do it. We have process of elimination. You know what? I wish they would have asked Katie. I wish they would have said what happened. Let's see who this is. Let's see if we get a okay.
Call from Criddles.
Oh, hello, Criddles. Good to hear your voice. How are you?
Hi, Jay. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Good to hear your voice. I love hearing everyone's voice. What you got?
Yes. Okay. So hear me out. I always play out like devil's advocate in everything, right?
I love it.
Okay. So, like, mom is like on the phone with Chris, right? And like everything's going great and they're talking whatever. And like Sebastian is doing what Sebastian does as an autistic child who's also a teenager. We've all been there with teenagers and like raising them. And he leaves. And there's all this construction and all this bullshit going on, right? And she's not being attentive. And like, I get it. We've all been there. We've all had like numerous things going on in our lives. Her husband is somewhere else. She's chatting with him. And I just really feel like this is just a really fucked up situation because oh shit. I said it.
No,
I said a swear. I'm sorry.
Hey,
okay.
When you're upset, you swear.
So I think it's a really messed up situation where this poor child was just not being seen that evening, and he did what he did. I feel like at this point, if something nefarious really happened, they would have figured that out by now, right?
Right.
So like, I just feel like he was kind of neglected because mom was so focused on that dad wasn't home or Chris wasn't home, and he may have stepped out and things just got like a little weird and got like a little scary. and something really bad happens. And I'm afraid that like with everything that's going on, like maybe this will never become solved.
Right.
But I do feel that like she had a lot of guilt in what happened because she wasn't being attentive, if that makes
Right.
sense.
No, that's a total, I mean, it makes sense. And it's a huge possibility because what you're saying is exactly what she's saying is she was doing something else. She heard a thud and then she didn't even check on him till the morning. So had something like that happened, again, I still say point at the mother. You were the last
Yeah.
person to see him. What give us a little more context to it. There's no context. She doesn't tell us what he
Right.
was doing. She doesn't say anything about anything. It's
Because
just
she's
yeah.
scared and she's guilty, right? Like think
Right.
about when you've been caught in something and you're trying to backpedal and like
Oh,
the
honey,
remorse is there.
listen, I'm the first person that tells on myself. I don't do
Right.
that shit, okay? If I'm doing something or I say something and the whole world knows, I'm gonna just say, yeah, I said that. I said it and I figured it would come out. Like I don't play that. I'm
Absolutely hate that
Yeah.
this happened to this poor boy. And
Right.
like I hope something comes out of it. I don't know what that means, but thank you for your coverage. It's been amazing. I love following your channel. And we have matching hand tattoos, just so you know.
Oh yay. Which one? You got the eye?
I have the flower and there's an eye in the center. Yes.
Oh yes, it's the all-seeing eye. We see everything, girl.
Yes,
That's what that means.
always. 100%. It was really nice meeting
You
you.
too.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
All
Okay.
right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Call from
Elmo.
Call from
Oops. Elmo. What's up, my girl? Hello?
Not much. I had to step out to get some kind of reception to call you, man. I really believe that they know more than what they're letting on, and she has to know or done something with him.
Yeah, I mean, somebody did, right? I mean, he can't walk that far and then disappear.
Oh, he didn't walk. He did not walk. Just like everyone said, he did not walk. If there was a loud thud,
Right.
what else
Yeah.
could have happened?
And I still think that's a key right there. I think that's a key to something that happened when you hear a thud or when she heard a thud, right?
Sit there and move when your child goes missing. Any autistic child is going to return to that house. You don't go and move when your child is missing.
And that could be a reason why everyone's looking at them. I mean, they moved. I mean, not just that, right? There's so many other things that they've been doing that's just like
Flag.
out of control,
Biggest
right?
red flag.
That is the biggest red flag. And how they address the news, how Chris comes off, the CPS, how they made him look in the beginning. So, I mean, okay, if they didn't
Up
do
in
anything.
the air for the answers. Come like it's gonna fall out of the air. That's all in your cards.
Yeah, no, that's the cards, man. I can't wait until we get the behavior experts or deception detective to talk about it. I cannot wait. But yeah,
Talking about this, and it got pushed to the back. Yes, I wish we still had Maddie, but they should have been pushing both cases.
Right. I mean, one's in Tennessee.
All of it to go down. Like,
right.
Like, yes, we were focusing down in Florida because of the fact of they had dropped the Gabby Petito case.
Right.
And they didn't want it to go down. And then,
Right.
of course, Tennessee doesn't get that much attention because who cares about what goes down in,
right.
excuse my French, but hillbilly area. They don't care about us.
Well, but
They
Chris
don't care
knew-
about us rednecks.
Yeah, but Chris had Chris is a redneck too with his mullet, and he had law enforcement friends. So we don't know. We don't know what went down between them two. They didn't call 911. So a lot of time was lost in looking for Sebastian. All right,
More
you guys.
than that. It's more than that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. All right, I could take one more call. Thank you, Elmo, and for your
no problem. Be safe.
All right, you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. Anyone else? I'm gonna get going, but yeah, you guys. I love when you guys call in. once you guys start calling in and get that momentum, you guys are going to want me to do call-ins all the time. So yeah, I love talking to you guys and hearing your voices. But yeah, all right. I saw someone calling it earlier, but I'm going to stop it now, guys. All right, everybody. What a day it was. And guess what? We're all here, guilty of crime. Crew, Sharon, Diminished Capacity, Darlene Wolf, Carol, Synth, Sweetie, Carly. Thank you guys so much for being here and being on the guilty of crime crew side and just supporting everything that I do and that we work on the channel and do. Okay, so you guys, tomorrow we're gonna do a Friday call-in, and it's gonna be the Madeline Soto case. I got some stuff for you, and you guys can thank Miss Nanaska. Miss Nanaska's got some scenario that she wants me to share, and I hope she's around. Yeah, shed the stress. Guilty of crime is a family, though. It's a family, and when you lose mods, it's like when your family screws you over, and you're like, man, that's all. It's all good, though. I've had that, but I have you guys. Thank you guys so much. Foxy, love you. I didn't say Foxy, but we've got 3 now. We've got Foxy, 4. I'm sorry, Foxy, Sweetie, Carly, and Synth. All right, so we're gonna be heavy hitters. We're gonna give out another Madeline Soto shirt tomorrow, so you guys be here. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I love you guys. I'm gonna go get my daughter. Mwah. Peace.
Guilty of crime. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime. Are you guilty of crime?